Hello, this video is introducing a new Mindweave module. It is not a module or a dungeon or a campaign or a monster resource like we've had in the past. It is a puzzle generator to help you make puzzles for your campaign world. So it comes in the form of an HTML document called generator.html that is going to allow you to create all of these different puzzles for your world. So you'll choose an image. This image is going to be the final solution image that your players will arrive at when they've finished the puzzle. You want to make sure that these images come from an images folder that needs to be named images, that is at the same level as the puzzles folder where you will store your puzzles. So you can pick a background images. These are all the images that come with it in the zip file that I provide, but you can provide your own images. So you're going to mostly want an image that is wider. I'm going to pick the rotating labyrinth. A wider image does better because there is a buffer space below the puzzle that causes the space that you fit in to be squished a little bit vertically. And so wider puzzles will fill more of that space, but any image will do. I picked the sandstone background, and we need to pick a paper image, not a scroll image here. The paper image will appear behind your image and change its color mostly, maybe some of the pattern on it. And then you want a scroll image that somewhat matches your paper image. And we're going to show off all the bells and whistles. You can change the background image when your players complete the puzzle. This change doesn't make sense, but ideally you would have something like doors. And you can also have a message display when they complete the puzzle. You'll select how many frames across and high you want it to be. I'm going to make a larger puzzle, which means it takes longer to solve, but that there's more room for the players to play in. So when you hit this generate puzzle button, it will create this link. You want to right click and click save link as. This allows you to save the puzzle where you want it, and you want it in the puzzles folder or a different folder that's at the same level as the images folder where you pulled the images from for this puzzle. Otherwise it won't be able to find them. So we're going to click here into puzzles, and we're going to save it here with the other examples that came with the module. Then you can open it up by clicking on it. These work better in Chrome. Some of the other browsers don't find the images every time, and your players can manipulate it by clicking on these things. I recommend just giving the computer to the players or the tablet and allowing them to work through the puzzle on their own. As I continue to talk, I'm going to solve this puzzle, which might be a bit of a spoiler for you if you like trying to learn how to solve these puzzles on your own. So you may want to stop the video, but I'm just going to start solving this puzzle by starting on the left side and finding all the pieces. So while I solve the puzzle, I want to talk about how you might implement this in your game. The image on this puzzle can be used in a few ways. It could be used by having an image of something that's going to be important later in the campaign, some knowledge that they might want. It might be a clue that you want to provide to the players, in which case you should pick an image that they haven't seen before. And if it's an image they haven't seen before, it can make the puzzle significantly more difficult. For example, looking at this puzzle, it's all pillars and kind of confusing homogeneous stuff that makes it hard to tell where to start left to right. Because I'm familiar with the puzzle, with the image, I can tell which images go all the way on the left and which ones go more on the right. But if your players are unfamiliar with the image, then you're maybe going to want to use fewer pieces, especially if it's an image like this with a lot of homogeneity. You could also use a image that they're more familiar with, perhaps a symbol of a thieves guild or a paladin order, in which case seeing that image in this puzzle tells your players some new information. It tells them that whoever that symbol represents is the one who put this puzzle here, right? And that's who they're dealing with right now. And if it is a symbol they recognize or something very simple, then you can make it more complicated like this without significantly increasing the difficulty of the puzzle. I sometimes like to give these puzzles with a time limit. If the players have a time limit, you can have an egg timer that you turn or something like that. And that's primarily when there is some pressure or reason that they need to be able to finish this puzzle very quickly. perhaps someone is chasing them, or they're chasing someone else who went in here, and their solution of the puzzle is time sensitive, in which case you may want to have there be a time limit to them solving the puzzle. But if they're not familiar with the mechanics and they still need to explore the puzzle and figure out how the puzzle works, then they won't be able to meet that time limit. So in those cases, so the first time I introduce this puzzle to a group of players, I like to have it be a low stress situation where they can work out the puzzle slowly and take their time on it and figure out what it's doing. And then the next time that they run into this puzzle, I more expect them to have it figured out. So I got these in the wrong order. I think I need to reverse these two, see, because they look so similar, it causes this problem. And that could be really confusing to players who are on time limit. They might think they were done. And boom, there we go. So the background changed, the text changed, and the players know that they're done. And you can use that background and that text to flavor the completion. So I hope that this puzzle generator can bring a lot of joy to you and your table, and especially that it can save you a lot of time. It can take a lot of time to prepare these high quality puzzles for your players to experience, and I hope that you can save a lot of time by using this. Thanks for watching, and keep on dungeon mastering.